Welcome scalpers. This is the Ultimate AI Quick Start Guide. I'll go over how to take every signal in the Ultimate AI system. There's a lot of videos you can watch after this, but if you can grasp it during this video, you should be good to go. Otherwise, please watch all the other videos and ask me any questions that you have. So the goal would be to get you up and running as quickly as possible. There's a lot of videos you can watch, but I really want people who are already traders, already advanced traders, to be able to get in, start trading the system as soon as possible. If you can grasp things really easy, it shouldn't be very difficult for you to be up and running in no time. So this is Ultimate AI, and it's just the arrows. The other indicators are put on afterwards. This is just a stochastics and a Bollinger Bands. Settings that we use for these are in the trade filters video. This is also the 20 EMA right here, this blue line. We do use that. So how do you take the trades? It's really easy. So let's go over the large arrows first. There's three ways to take the large arrows, and we take them in the direction of the arrow. We have a green, so we're going to buy. First way to take the buy on this large green is when this candle is being generated. This is a 5-minute candle. During that time, if the large green arrow appears and we break out from the high of the previous candle right here, we can go ahead and enter the trade with a buy at the breakout, one tick above. Or one tick above, wait for a pullback, then get in. We can also get in at the close of this candle. 5 minutes happens, it closes right here. As soon as we can, we buy. So we'll be buying at the right at the open of the next candle. That's the second way to take it. Or you can wait to take the breakout of the high, which would be right around here. So three ways for the large. As it's generating by the breakout of the previous high, at the close of the candle, or at the breakout of the high of the signal candle. Works the same way in reverse for the large red arrows. As this one was generating, we had the red arrow. We take the breakout of the previous low. We get in, got a nice down move. Or if we scalp that and then it closed, take it at the close. Got in here, a nice down move. Or take the breakout of the signal candle here. Three ways, large arrows. How do we filter it? We like to use the stochastic, high probability if I'm in the overbought for the red and it's declining. If we're in the overbought and you're decreasing and the stochastic is decreasing and we get a signal and it's touching the upper part of the Bollinger Band or it's in the upper portion of the Bollinger Band, it's usually a good indication that that signal is going to be good, like this one was right here. That's how we filter. We like to avoid selling right into the blue, which is the 20 EMA. There's usually a bounce. Or buying right into the blue could be a bounce. Just a precaution. Right here, we have oversold in the green, signal happening, it's increasing, stochastic is increasing. We could have bought the breakout of the previous high here, which would have been your best move. We could buy at the close here, which we'd have to endure a little pullback, and then it took off. Or buy the breakout of this high, which happened here. Okay, so that's the large arrows. Three simple ways to take them with filters if you'd like. We take the large arrows always in the direction of the arrow. Now we're going to talk about the small arrows. A lot of similarities, but there are some differences. Let's look at this small arrow. Like the large arrow, if this candle is being generated and the signal appears, we can sell the breakout of the previous candle's low right here. So we would have entered here, would have been a nice trade, and we scalp that. The next way to take this is selling the breakout of the low. Okay, we're not going to take anything at the close. We'll only sell if it breaks through here. And it doesn't break through here anytime in the near future. So we don't take that. That's entry number 2. Number 1 is the breakout of previous. Number 2 is a breakout of the low. Now, the third way to take a small arrow is a little more complicated for some people to grasp, but it's super easy. Just think of this arrow is pointing at this candlestick. If we use the other entries, that's fine. There's also a reverse entry. This was originally called a pullback alert because it's alerting me that there's going to be a pullback. We don't know how much or how far. That's why we can exploit the down move. But we're expecting another up move. So this is a red arrow. We're going to buy the breakout of this candle's high. And when this candle closes, we're going to buy the breakout of this candle's high. And if that doesn't happen, we'll buy the breakout of this candle's high, which happens right here. And you see price continues upwards. We call it a backside. We call taking the breakout of the front side a front side. Breakout of the back side. Look at this small green here. Let's say it may or may not have been generating while the candlestick was forming right about at this point. It may have popped up later. So we buy the breakout of it on the front side, which was a nice move. Also, we start our position selling the breakout of the low of this candle. And if it doesn't happen, then move it to the next higher low. And then we move it to the next higher low. Next higher low, we're waiting for a breakout. Next higher low, next higher low, next higher low. The breakout happens here. Right where you would have gotten in if on this small red had it painted while it was breaking through. So the sell would be here. We call it a backside. See how nicely that works? Look at this one. If this was being generated, this little red was being generated during this candle formation, we sell the breakout right here. We can do that. And it would have been a profitable trade had you if you got your stops in right away. Now we could take the backside of this small red by buying the breakout of the high here. And if that didn't happen, we take the breakout of the next candle's high, which is right here. And that breaks out here. That's a nice move. There's profit. Like I said, it's hard for some people to understand, but the advanced traders, you'll be able to understand this and get going with the indicator right away. Okay, so here we have a large red being generated. In case it breaks through the bottom, I'm going to have a sell limit order ready with a NQ, since we're on NQ, ATM strategy set up. You can get the ATM strategy in the training at the bottom there where it says ATM strategies, and this is one for the NQ. Since we see the red arrow here, while we're having the candle generated, we're halfway through the candle being generated. It's a 5-minute candle. It's got some distance to go to the 20 EMA, so I don't mind selling here and capturing some of that movement. We're not necessarily at the upper part of the Bollinger Bands. We are just barely touching the overbought, but I'm showing you the entries just so you can understand them for the quick start. Here we go. We have sold, let the ATM do its thing. It's moved its first stop, and now I manually move my second. Approaching the 20 EMA here, and I'm out. Okay, that was a good little trade to show you of the advanced entry, the breakout of the previous bar entry for the large red. So we had a nice trade off the large arrow that was here as we took it on the sell breakout from the previous candle. It went and bounced right off of the 20 EMA and went against us if we took it on the close. We didn't have a lot of the parameters and filters in line, but we're having a large red happen again. Let's see how that one turns out. I don't see that it's going to break the bottom here, but we may be in a downturn on the stochastic. So we may try to take this one at the close. However, it does have a double top possibility of testing this high here. But if you look at the small arrow, we could have bought at the breakout here and also take the backside of it as we followed the backside up until it broke down through here, and we could have the same area we made money on the large red breakout, we could have made money on the backside breakout. Everything kind of ties together with my system. There was no breakout of the small arrow on this candlestick at the breakout of the low. And if we bought the high on the breakout, we could have made money there. Lots going on in Ultimate AI, but once you start seeing it and understand it, you're going to see the power of this. Okay, so for the last large red arrow we took at the breakout of the previous low, this large red, we're going to take it at the close. That would be entry 2 for the large red. Number 1 is at the breakout of the close here. Is my favorite entry. Number 2 would be my second entry. And then 3 would be the breakout of the entire signal candle. Okay, here we are taking it at the close. Entry number 2. Stop was taken out. I'll put my second set of stops in. That was taken out as well. Still made money on the move. Again, I'm just doing this to show you as an example. That's the second entry. And I made a little money on it. Altogether, probably around 500 bucks on these two little trades that were taken out really quickly. And entry number 3 would have been selling at the breakout of the signal candle here, which would have been profitable as well. Looking at stochastic on the downturn, weren't really at the high, or we didn't break the Bollinger Band, but again, I'm showing you as how we take the trades. Turned out it would have been a very nice trade. Okay, so we saw the two entries that we can take on the large red, and we could take the third entry as the breakout, and we have a small red over here, right? So we can take the breakout of this candle as well, which would have been right here, which would have also been a winner. So there's always really something going on in Ultimate AI. There's a lot to look for, and I know that it's a lot to grasp, but once you see it, once you understand it, you'll be able to take advantage of it. You're going to love it, like a lot of my clients. Now we are on the 5 minute NQ. Same goes for the 5 minute ES or anything else that you're trading. If you're trying to trade the 1 minute, it's the same principles. Everything just happens a little faster and you're going to get a lot of signals. It's very fast. The purple, you take it the exact same way as any other large arrow. Don't worry about the color. There's just a different set of parameters that set off this signal. And look how nicely those signals worked. I'm not saying that all signals work. They definitely do not all work. No system works 100% of the time. Okay, here's a 1 minute chart. Here's the breakout of the previous high. I'm locked in. Large arrow, breakout of the previous high during candle formation. Beautiful. Pulled back, stopped me out. That's fine because I made money on that. 1 minute is very fast. Look at that. It may even get taken out. It may disappear. It may repaint. But did it make me money? Yeah, it did. Okay, you see what happened here. Okay, I'm still in this trade. We bought at the breakout of the previous bar. Had you bought at the close, you would have been in more money right now on this trade. And I have a small green coming in and out, which I could take at the breakout of this candle. Hopefully you're starting to get the idea of how to take the large arrow. Now I would have got in right here on the small arrow if I took the breakout of the previous on the small arrow. Okay, that's the last large arrow trade I'm going to show you. We're going to try to show small arrow entries now. Okay, this candle stick went all the way up here, came all the way back. We still have the green. Let's pretend that it didn't do that yet. And now I'm going to try to get in on the breakout of the previous candle off the small arrow. And that's just how we do it. We're in a very steep downtrend, so this is just the pullback from it. I don't expect it to go very much higher on this crazy downtrend we're in right now. So I'm taking this trade just to show you how to do it. All right, so we're out of this trade now. There you see how to do it. Yeah, it could go much higher, and I got out very quickly on my stops just to show you how we do the trade. Now, the next way is the breakout of the high here of the candle that formed the small green. But I prefer, since we're in this huge downtrend, to take the backside right here. This is just a pullback of this huge downtrend. I don't know how much longer it's going to go up. So now I'm going to start putting my stops, my sell stops, one tick below, starting at the green small signal candle, and then I will move it up to this candle if this one doesn't get filled. This is called the backside. The front side would be the breakout of the high. You could get yourself ready to take the breakout of either side. This would be the front side of the small green. I really don't think it has much upside, but we're going to take it for demonstration purposes. I got one set of stops in there. I'm going to bring my other set of stops in there. So I don't care what happens right now. When I get stopped out, I'm going to get ready for the backside. Okay, I'm stopped out. That was profitable. I'm going to get ready for the backside of this trade now. Right now, the entry would be here. When this closes, I will move my entry up to one tick below the higher low. Okay, so that candle closed. I'm going to move my stops, sell stop right under here, one tick below, off of the green small arrow here. We're playing for the backside. I see that I'm in a downtrend. It should be pretty good. Okay, this is the backside off the small green. We just got filled. All right, my first set of stops were moved in and taken out. My second set is in. Try to move it into profit. Okay, I'm out. And I got out quickly just to show you. I'm showing you the entry. I'm not really trying to like profit really big here on these examples, but you see how it's done. You see how the ATM works. You see how the backside works. You can see all the different ways there are to take all the signals. Hopefully you're ready to go now with the Ultimate AI system. And if you have any questions, watch more videos. This is just the quick start guide. Also, feel free to shoot me a message. Join the Slack chat, ask questions. Look how nicely that backside worked. Go enjoy Ultimate AI.